Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Play The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine. And that's new music. I can't get out. Somebody can let me out of this joint. There we go. Morning! What a beautiful morning it is. By the river. Great elven architecture. Mountains. It's absolutely fantastic. And what better morning than today? Oh dear. A puking worker somehow just putting a bit of a downer on things. What better morning than this morning to go and visit our new abode? Yeah? Gifted to us by the Duchess Corvo Bianco. I'm coming. As we meander through the narrow streets, very, very Mediterranean feel, like an old town.
Sir, a letter for you, sir.
Letter? Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just to deliver it.
I think he's waiting for a tip. There you go, told you. Oh, how miserable! Well, we are celebrating a fine morning. We're feeling generous. Although 5 coin. Did you spare it?
Here. And thanks.
No, sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
Oh, bless him. Little bambino.
Dearest.
I suspect weighty affairs, rather than merely the wine festival, have drawn you to Toussaint. Perhaps you'll find time to probe a certain matter in spite of this. I recently came across the mention of one Professor Moreau, a scholar in Beauclair, who conducted research into Witcher mutations. Though the details are rather murky, as is the location of the scholar's laboratory, his journal could contain more information. It lies buried with him in his tomb. I enclose a map I found in the book I happened upon. Though less than completely legible, I trust it will prove useful nonetheless. I felt this matter could prove of some importance to you, thus I dispatched this letter without delay. Whatever you decide, please take exceedingly good care of yourself. Your Yen.
A professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into.
Oh, well. Maybe. Thank you, Yennefer. Making a guest appearance of sorts, eh? Just in case you've got any ideas of straying in this DLC. We strayed with Shani in the last one, but perhaps this time round we'll keep Yen in our thoughts. Who knows? Anyway. Come on. Corvo Bianco awaits. There will be a time where we walk these cobble streets and admire the surroundings in a bit more detail. Excuse me. But that time isn't now. As much as I'd love to. I'll go check out my humble abode. Look at this place. This is magnificent, isn't it?
I'm glad to see her illustrious grace summon such a profession.
Vibrant city.
In the veins of Toussaint.
The Duchess summoned his sword.
They really have captured that Mediterranean feel. Right, now that we are outside the city gates, summon forth My trusty steed. Come on, Roach. Here she comes. All dressed like a knight's horse. Looking pretty dapper. Come on.
Roach.
There we go. Let's go. To Corvo Bianco. Excuse me. You cannot gallop any faster than this. Really? We're on the open road, man. We're on the open road. Allow me to gallop. Apparently there's a speed limit on these here roads. Ah, now we're past the speed limit. And here is Corvo Bianco. Come on in, Roach. Let's check out our surroundings. Wow.
Even a horse drops if you ride it at a constant gallop.
Wow. We've actually got people working here. Now are they working? Wait a minute. You guys all...
Diddly snaps! My back aches something horrid!
I don't think this is my part of town, is it? Or is it? Do I have my own little band of workmen and women?
Now I shall sing you a song.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm my own sing-man. Sing-man. My own sing-man, yeah, that's what I call these things. These people, these things, these people. That's what I call these people who sing songs. Not bards or singers. I call them the sing-men, yes. And I've got my own stream trickling down by the side of my house. Oh. I almost feel kind of bad now. Are these people going to expect to be paid? I'm assuming the Duchess took care of their payment. At least that's what I'm hoping anyway. I'm just coming down here really just to check out if the blood and guts and stuff have been cleared away from our fight with the Brooks though, because I don't fancy having my lovely vineyard desecrated with monster corpses. Everything seems to be in order here, so if ever we get the need to store some wine, maybe there are already wines in here, who knows? There's plenty of bottles. Oh god, we could drink ourselves into a stupor. Forget helping the Duchess, I've got a change of heart. Going to sit in my house that she's given me and drink myself silly.
Women and chaps. The more you beat them, the better they are.
Ah, and who might this chappie be?
Welcome home, sir. I am Barnabas Basil Fawlty. By order of the Duchess, I shall serve you as Major Domo of Corvo Bianco.
Basil Fawlty.
I previously served with distinction at the Nibley family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands. Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Ketweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cut-purse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Boleus, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Boleus.
Well, it looks like I'm joining a bunch of noble men, eh? Apart from the headsman, but, well, I don't know. You know, loyal service and all that. People need heads chopping off if they've done something wrong, you know. And I still need a shave. Not a trim, at least. It's getting a bit out of control, Geralt. Anyway, yes, give me the guided tour. Which grapes are best to produce a wine with a full body taste?
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill.
Okay, lead the way.
Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Oh, yes. I'm liking it.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Should I don my spectacles for
Been a
this?
majordomo all your life?
Yes, I should. He is a spectacle man, therefore I shall be a spectacle man. Two spectacle brothers here. Yes. When in Rome, as they say. This has a bit of a feel of Italy to it. When in Rome, when in Beauclair, when in Toussaint, do as they do. And if he sees fit to wear spectacles, then I shall wear spectacles.
Yes, I come from a long line of majordomos. My father was a majordomo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great-aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going, and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to majordomo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path.
Well, I like a woman with ambition and drive, determination. All I ask is that these people here...
The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Oh, good.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
I agree. And I'm glad to hear they're being paid out of the old purse of the Duchess. Just make sure they're treated right. They have their leave allowance.
Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
I gotta admit, I don't like olives at all. Hate olives, in fact. Wine, no problem. Olives, slightly more of a problem. As long as they look pretty, who cares, eh?
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes.
I can taste it
try it one of
already.
these days.
Yes, you will. You will indeed. It's making my mouth water here. I could write murder a sip of wine. Ooh. What is it with these games? They don't like how to torture me.
Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Boleus held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Boleus ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda.
Darn steadily. My Camilla aches something fierce.
Are you here haunting me, love? Can you move away, please? You're ruining my guided tour. I paid for this.
Monsieur Boleus' wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation.
I assume you will be doing that, Major Domo? I want this place spick and span when I'm done here. I might even bring Yen back and this could be our place of retirement.
Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
Something's in the wind.
Well, I gotta admit, I've dropped lucky here. Thank you, Duchess.
You smell that? Those are the vapors of Tucson.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
Roach has got his... I can't call him Roach, it's a her, of course, isn't it? But yeah, a stable for Roach? Oh, this is marvellous.
The days pass. The pile of work remains the same.
The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Boleus' time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which...
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
I did notice. Very swift work.
The days pass. The pile of work remains the same.
As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it, a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
I trust Major Domo, you will take care of it, all of this, painting this, replanting the garden, ensuring that everyone's treated right in terms of the staff, making sure that that old wine storage area is converted into a stable for my horse. All of this shall be noted down, and I expect it done.
And welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corvo Bianco is a beautiful estate. Though one must admit, time has taken its toll. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service on the matter.
I
Oh,
think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling.
wow. Did we think we were gonna get this all spruced up for free? Ah dear, how foolish of us. How much is it gonna cost me? I'm trying to save up to respec my my chest armor. I did go for the light armor rune word, but I'm not liking it at the moment, and I might go back to the arrow reflection one, arrow deflection rather. That's going to cost me some money. Of course, there's these Witcher mutations that are probably going to cost me money, and now there's this, and I've only got 5,000 coin. But I do want this place looking spick and span.
Mentioned the place could stand to be spruced up.
Oh, most decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
Oh, we're going to get a choice. House or grounds? House or grounds? House. Always start with the house, I'd say.
Been thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompelli's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
What up? 5,000? Oh my god, that's going to bankrupt us pretty much. Should we hold off on this until we find out what we need to do for the Witcher mutations? Or can't we help ourselves here? Can't we help? I mean, I don't want to be coming back to a vineyard that's decrepit, run down and dishevelled. What if we have guests over? What if we have to entertain? Bring them back to our place? It's dilapidated? Goodness grief. We'd be laughed out of Toussaint. Nope. I think we're gonna splash the cash on nothing more than mere cosmetics. I had Geralt down as a more practical person, but perhaps old age is changing him.
It's in your hands then. Make the place shine.
I shall get to work immediately. Within a day's passing, I shall have sent for the crew which rebuffed the Admiral's residence. They are the finest specialists around. Highly skilled at what they do, it shall not take them too long, I wager. 2 days after they begin, your eyes will behold your residence in its refurbished, rejuvenated, beautified state.
I better like this, you know.
Is there anything else you require, sir?
5,000 coin. This place better be gleaming. You know what I mean? 5,000 coin. Took me a while to get that. But I'll leave it with you, Basil Fawlty. And just out of interest, I can't afford it, but I just want to see how much it will cost to get the grounds looking pristine.
Got these spacious grounds. But maybe it's time to make them more useful.
Oh, yes. We certainly should.
How much?
The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone and an armorer's table. A good way to start things off, don't you think?
Very, very good idea. Oh, we're probably going to pay for each individual item. Armor table, grindstone. So these would be the first two. How much?
My armor needs work from time to time. You know, oil this, reinforce that. Could use a decent work table where I could do all that.
Admiral Rompelli once hired a specialist who made the finest armorer's tables this side of the Yeruga. I will contact him at once.
Okay, so 1,000 for a table.
Know what? Might not be the best time to lay out that kind of coin. Let me sleep on it.
Ponder the notion however long you wish, sir. I am at your disposal always.
Grindstone and armourer's table? I mean, yes, practical, but that was the old Geralt. The new Geralt's not bothered about grindstones and armourer's tables. He wants gardens. He wants that rose thing sprucing up, replanting. You know? That's the new Geralt. Getting this place looking spick and span for when we come back here for our retirement. Anyway, we'll discuss this later. Going a bit soft in my old age.
If you don't mind, I'd rather postpone talking about renovations. Need to ask you something else.
Of course, sir, as you wish.
Yes, we need to
What
get
is the nature of your inquiry?
to get back to what we do best, killing things. Where can I kill something?
Know what? Changed my mind. Not in the mood to talk about redecoration today. But I wanted to ask you something else.
I shall be glad to answer your every question, sir.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
See you soon, Major Domo. Right, I need to have a quick look around here. Excuse me, don't push me in my own home. Bless him. I do like him. Having your own lackey. All you do is throw a bit of coin at him and whoosh, bish bash bosh. Come back in a few days, and this place will be looking like the Ritz. Right, what have we got here? Oh, we've got a bookcase to put all our books in. I'm assuming that's what this is. Why can't I put my books in? Can I put my books into the bookcase? Oh, this is what it looks like. It looks like a bookcase to put all my books in. How come I can't put my books in? Or maybe it's not. Just triggers the old book menu. Oh, I thought that was the place to store all of our books. That'd have been cool if we could have filled the shelf. Hang painting. Ooh, I have an ancient elven shield or the White Wolf by Count Belladal. Ah, yes, Count Belladal gave me a painting. And here we can hang it. Look at that. Isn't that spiffing? It's not a self-portrait, is it? But or is it? Is it classed as a self-portrait if you didn't draw it yourself, but it's a view? It could be. Yeah, it's technically a self-portrait, isn't it? Or would that be best served somewhere else, perhaps? Somewhere a bit lighter so we can see it for all its splendour. It's a bit dark in here. Take this black and perhaps just hang the ancient elven shield instead. Yeah. Yeah. It's not too bad. We'll see if we can find somewhere else to hang our White Wolf. Ooh, look, trophies! We can put trophies down as well. Oh, nothing we can put there at the minute. Not trophies such as, like, wyvern heads and things. They'll surely rot. And trophies can go up there. Okay, trophies can go down there. So we can deck our room out with trophies. Here's our... Oh, another painting can go here. What about there? Is it a bit low? Actually, do you know what? It's not too bad. Okay, we'll leave it there for now. And of course, our trusty stash, should we need a stash, which I'm sure we will at some point. Okay, so this is our little room. And we could also use the bed. Oh no, we're waiting for it to be replaced. 4-poster, please, with curtain drapes. Yes, that should be most pleasing. Right, so that's our room. Upstairs, he said, was the guest's room. A little dining room, if you ever fancy a bite to eat. An armour stand. Ooh, oh. We could put our armour. No spare armour to place. We'll have to find some random armour from somewhere just to hang it up, you know? Make it look like this place is lived in. This is the guest quarters, looking very, very, well, out of sorts. Makeshift storage area and a broken mirror. I didn't break it, so no bad luck for me. A weapon rack. Ah, we can actually store some we could store some weapons here. My Viper Venomous Swords. Woven Steel Sword Silver. Viper Venomous Silver Sword. Oh, I've got the wrong swords on here. Wait a minute. Nope. Take that one. Just noticed that actually. The Viper Venomous Steel Sword, thank you. And that is a regular Woven Steel Sword. So when we unlock the ability to make them Grandmaster crafted, we'll take these back. But for now, we'll place them here and show them off. Majordomo, make sure nobody touches them. If they try, I give you permission to unclip one and lop a hand off. Right. Lovely. When I return in a few days here, I'm expecting this place to be completely and utterly made over. Look at this. A kitchen of sorts. Very good. Very good indeed. I'm impressed. I really am impressed. Right, well. Got to say we have landed on our feet here. In the morning we can come after breakfast, have a walk by the stream, around the back of the house, just contemplate the day, plan what we're going to do, and drink it all in, you know, gather our thoughts. Look at that, splishy splashy. Pick a few plants if we want. All very civilised. I think we're becoming far too civilised actually. Definitely, I think it's time to do some killing. Get back to what we do. Okay, so we need to return here once we've restored this place to its former glory. I say we, as if we're going to do any work. We've paid for it. This is good enough. Right, so that's no place like home. We shall be back. So this is the quest for the Witcher mutagen things. Witcher mutations. Who's this? Oh, Guillaume. Ah, he wants us to go see him. And of course there's the wine walls at the Coronata. Changed our mind now, we probably will help him out. And then of course there's the main quest to meet Regis. But before we do any of that, let's find out where this is first. This is not too far away actually. Okay. And that should be near the tourney ground, shouldn't it? Yes, it is. So we'll do this next, because what we're going to do, as a matter of urgency, is we're going to swing by here, check out the inn, because I didn't realise there was an inn here, and I don't think I've been here. Could be a game of Gwent in it. And then we're going to give ourselves a trim, because our beard is getting a bit out of control. And then we will visit Guillaume. Come on, Roach. Who knows, when we return, maybe you might have your own stable. I doubt it, but you never know.
Move it.
And I can ride at full speed through my own vineyard, thank the gods. No speed limits here. And our vineyard is so handily placed right next to the tawny grounds. Isn't that handy?
Come on, Roach.
So if ever we're in need of entertainment and there's a tournament on, we're just down the road. Oh, I don't condone.
Witcher, I've a matter of prime urgency and import.
You have? Yes, and I have a matter of prime urgency and import. It's called a shave, mate. Okay, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Where's the inn? Whatever I find first, I visit first. Inn or barber?
Who do my eyes spy, of course? Where have your journeys taken you last, brother?
Okay, I'm losing the will to live. Where is your inn? And oh, I'm on the right path.
Now I've embarked on a quest of true wonder. A horde of challenges await.
Breathe and last tramp on our wisdom lies stripped of all that is noble. Yes, lords over generosity.
What
And
is
the
it?
valiant have shown themselves cowards.
What is the meaning of this?
Thou shalt not muscle the mouth of truth.
Mouth of truth. Bloody big mouth of truth, isn't it?
Gods have sent the
Jesus.
priest
Jesus Christ almighty.
for our sins.
Shut her up before my ears bleed.
Permanentation, hair rejuvenation, dandruff annihilation. Welcome, my good sir.
Need a bit of grooming.
Oh, I need to take my glasses off as well. Have we got any new styles, do you reckon? Need a clean shave, keep it fluffy, want a nice neat goatee, signbirds and moustache, moustache and a little ducktail on my chin. Let's try the goatee for a change. I think these are new styles, aren't they? I think they are. Ooh, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. What the hair? These are the same. And we, well, seeing as we're sat down here, might as well. And plus we're going to need to win some coin. We're almost bankrupt, having just spent £5,000 on rejuvenating our vineyard.
Gwent, maybe we could play around.
Play Gwent with a man
Hair rejuvenation, dandruff annihilation.
with a cutthroat razor. Better let him win. Here we go, and he's playing. Oh, he's playing. He's doing it. He's playing Skellige. Okay. Well, this deck is workable. Not perfect, but workable. That's all we can ask for. We have no siege though, rather unfortunately. What does his leader card do? Not mine, you fool, his. How do we check his card out? There we go. Shuffles all cards from each player's graveyard back into their decks. That's quite... it's quite handy. See how it works though. Okay, let's get cracking. Come on. Berserk. Transforms into a bear when a Mardrome card is on its row. What's their leader ability? Like, obviously, wow. Wow, what? That is mega power right there. Absolutely mega power. They're all tight bond. They all get dropped by Ceres with a muster ability. Holy manoli. Right, yeah, because like Northern Realms, they get extra card for winning. Nilfgaard, they win on ties. What's the Skellige's thingamabobs? What's their ability? Their faction ability. Ooh, I need to remember that. Check up on it. Anyway, we've got luckily Villain Trettenmirth to take care of those blighters. How do you like those apples? I'm going to take him back so I can use him again. Because that's what I do. My opponent has passed. Right, I can win if I use him again. Which I'm going to do. Because I can medic him out in the next turn as well if necessary. Card for winning. Please be a spy card. Okay, that'll do. Long ships at the ready. Oh, tight bond. I got scorched though. Get ready to weep. Get ready to weep. Villain oh bugger. Okay. Okay. I'll give you that one. Another dandelion. Goodbye. Now I'm just worried about his leader ability. Right, it's my turn now, so can I pass? I'm a bit worried about passing and then him using his leader ability and shuffling all the cards back into the hand. But it is both decks. Okay, I'm going to chance it. Here we go. Nope, he's not going to use it. Okay. We win. Thank you very much. 100 crowns.
A smashing place.
Skellige Storm.
Wine by the barrel. Peace and quiet. Lovely view.
Okay, so draw a card whenever you win a round. Very good. 2 random cards from the graveyard are placed on the battlefield at the start of the 3rd round. Is that my graveyard? Or any... I think it must be our graveyard. At the start of the 3rd round. Wow. Right, let's get all the... Let's start to build this Skellige deck to see how it starts to look. Because I want to play with this as soon as possible if we can. So we've got a selection of upfront fighters. I'll pick the best ones for now. So the ones that do certain abilities, obviously these there, he's very useful. Clan Drummond Shield Maiden ×2, definitely. So some of the regulars, along with the clan specific ones. Okay. I'm happy with that. Yennefer's a good one. And then Clan Brockfar Archer. These are from the last DLC, and I quite like these, so we'll put these in as well. Siege, Gaunter O'Dim, of course. Triss is an old school. We're going to need possibly some of these. A Skellige Storm card, what's that? Reduces the strength of all range and siege units to 1. So it's actually strength. So that's range and siege. So backline and middle line. Wow, that's kind of cool. Okay. We'll take 2. 1 Biting Frost, 2 Clear Weathers, and then utility cards. A couple of decoys, a couple of Commander's Horns, a couple of Scorches. Special card limit reached. Ah, okay. So 1 Scorch, 2 Commander. I don't know if the decoys are going to be useful for our deck, but we'll play it by ear. Commander's Horn, decoy, Scorch, Biting Frost, 2 Clear Weathers, 2 Skellige Storms. So yeah, we're just short of unit cards, but we're getting there. We are getting there. And we get this shuffling ability. Right, okay, so a few more cards and we'll be good to start playing with the deck. I look forward to it. So while we're here, take the old spectacles off now. We've played with those long enough. To the inn! Now, if there is a game of Gwent to be played in the inn, I shall
Pledge, my love, to win the tourney with your name on my lips.
But what if another knight proves victorious? Many a valiant man has entered the lists this year.
If it be so, then I
Eat,
pledge
drink,
to
and be
remain
merry.
silent
Thus
and not
spake the
remove my
prophet
helmet
Yoda.
until I fulfill my
We shall
first
long
pledge
bear
to
the
you
scars of
next.
that witch's
Whoops.
visit. Welcome, welcome. Tell me what you'd like.
game of Gwent. If she does play, actually, like I say, if she does play Gwent, I've already played the game. I'll play her another time, but bear her in mind.
Be so kind as to show me what you have to sell?
Okay, I need Mandrake quite badly, actually, but I'm just remembering right now that I've got no money. Okay, gonna have to do some questing here. So yeah, she's got Redanian Herbal and she's got Mandrake. Both of these required 4, of course. Or was it Cherry Cordial? For the White Gull. We'll be back, love. We'll be back.
So long.
So long, my dear. I'll be back to play a game of Gwent. You better get practicing, dear. Okay. Let's go see Guillaume. We're all shaved, we've played Gwent. Suppose we should have drunk some wine and then we would have been ready, truly ready. Never go and do a quest whilst parched. That's what I say. Wake up!
Witcher, I have a matter of prime urgency and import. I must speak to you.
I'm here, I'm here. Panic over.
Slave.